a dirty snowball which is more frequently called a comet? Do you know they have the potential to cause a threat to life on Earth? What is the difference between an asteroid and a comet? And if you don't want to miss out a memorable and beautiful experience, make sure to sit back and enjoy our video and watch it till the end. First of all, what are comets and why are they so important to life on Earth? Comets are small celestial bodies that orbit around the Sun in an highly elliptical orbit. They are generally made up of rock, ice, organic matter, solidized gas, and dust. They normally don't have a tail, but when they approach the Sun, they suddenly appear to have a tail. It is because when the comet nears the Sun, the heat from the Sun heats up the comet and the ice directly turns into a gaseous form. This is also called as sublimination. Sublimination is basically the property of matter like water to turn into a gaseous state directly from the solid state without passing to the state of liquid. We can observe this property even in dry ice, when the dry ice directly turns into gas without turning into a liquid form. Now the evaporated ice and gas is continuously pushed away from the comet due to solar winds emerging from the Sun. Comets are more simply just asteroids that are coated with ice and organic matter. A comet does not have its own light but reflects the light of the Sun just like the natural satellite of the Earth, the Moon. But do you know that the tail is actually the part of the comet that glows more brightly than the comet and is often called the most observable part of the comet? The average size of a comet is about 6 miles or 10 kilometers. Remember, I use the term average as some of them are even estimated to be 200 to 250 kilometers. Now let's talk about the most beautiful part about the comet, the tail. The tail always points away from the Sun. This is because when the comet approaches the Sun, the ice coating begins to subliminate. A comet does not have a tail throughout its lifetime. Whenever it visits its hangout area or the Oort cloud or the Kuiper belt, where all the comets take birth, it has no tail at all. The Kuiper belt is very far from the Sun beyond the orbit of Neptune, and with the Oort cloud even further, little to no sunlight reaching it does not heat up the comet. Because of this, it does not reflect any light and we cannot observe it at that time of its orbit. Viewing a comet is once in a lifetime opportunity. Consider yourself lucky if you get a chance to appreciate its beauty. But now comes the interesting question. What if a comet has to collide with a planet, or more specifically, the planet Earth? I know this is what is in your mind, but if I say you, the chances of that happening are very slim. But a comet actually collided with Jupiter.
Huge meteor or comet appears to have slammed into the massive failed star. So big, an amateur stargazer in Texas caught it with a backyard telescope and a camera.
This is the southern pole here. You see there's a bright streak. See that bright streak? And around the edge of the streak there's some other stuff. It was not there the day before.
Yes, I'm talking about the ex-comet Shoemaker Levy 9. It was a regular comet until July 1992 when it collided with Jupiter in July 1994. It was just on its journey to the Sun when unfortunately Jupiter in its orbit was on its way nearing the comet. The comet got trapped in the gravitational pull of the giant cloud and it started to get pulled towards Jupiter. The comet, after being pointed out towards Jupiter completely, broke into parts in July 1992. And the broken comet parts began to drift away and hit the planet. This was the first time in recorded history that we were able to observe an extraterrestrial collision in the solar system. The different fragments reached the giant cloud in some time from the main comet. This is how the comet crashed into the giant cloud. Taking this into consideration, scientists have solved many unsolved problems till now. Take this crater on Jupiter's moon Ganymede for example. This crater, also called as Enki Katina, puzzled astronomers about its formation. This crater, as you can see, clearly is made up of more than 10 different meteoroids. But how can this happen? That this many craters are formed in exactly one line. Scientists also estimate that they were formed within minutes of each other. So it must not be a coincidence. So scientists estimated that a comet similar to the Shoemaker must have collided with it. But here comes the interesting fact. Yes, Ganymede may be an extremely large moon, so large that it has its own magnetic field, so large that it is almost equal to Mars in size. But it does not have enough mass to attract a comet that is traveling the solar system at the speed anywhere between 42 km per second at the least and 480 km per second near the orbit of the large satellite of the giant cloud. So it must have been the target of Jupiter, but due to its orbital plane of the giant moon, it stole it. I know that you are excited to see a comet after all this, and it would be unfair of me not to let you know when you can get such an opportunity. You get one when the comet 12P Pons Brook passes close to the Earth on the 2nd of June 2024. It is estimated to be the brightest comet to be visible to Earth in the year. You will be able to see it with a naked eye in the dark sky or with a small binoculars. Just in case you miss it, don't worry, comet C23A3 is on your rescue. Visible to Earth on the 12th of October 2024, this comet will be visible to the naked eye. This comet is so bright that it earned the title of the Great Comet. So this comet is definitely worth the time to watch it. After all, it may be the cause of life on Earth. As I mentioned earlier, comets also are made up of a significant amount of organic matter necessary for formation of life, and they are believed to bring to Earth a large amount of water in the form of ice and organic matter. Though they are extremely beautiful, they do not last. After a few dozens of revolutions, the ice and organic matter are released from the comet in the form of its Coma. After that, they just turn into an asteroid or a piece of rock or metal revolving in the solar system in a highly elliptical orbit. Hey friends, if this video added value to your life, make sure to like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel. Until you wait for our next video, make sure to change the world. Jai Shri Ram.